10 dangers of holding your pee in for too long. Being busy finishing up that last email, working on a project, or watching a movie, and all of a sudden that desire to go to the bathroom kicks in? You can hold it, sure, but should you? We have all been there, holding our pee because of work, no place, or just because of laziness. But do you know it can cause serious health complications? Well, we are not suggesting to let it out wherever you are, but when you make a habit of holding your pee, it is not healthy at all. Want to know more? In today's video, we will share with you the 10 dangers of holding your pee in for too long. Watch this till the end to learn all of them. Number 1. A burst bladder. The kidney produces urine after filtration of waste from the blood. Now it has to go somewhere to be stored for controlled urination, and our body chooses the bladder for this purpose. A healthy bladder can hold about 2 cups of urine, and as it fills, it sends the message to the brain, we need to urinate. And if you ignore that message for too long, your bladder can rupture due to so much pressure, though it is rare but possible. There will be leakage of urine in surrounding cavities. It is an emergency condition and can lead to infections, electrolyte imbalance, and even death. So make sure to not put too much pressure on your bladder and empty it frequently. Do you find this video interesting so far? Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and ring the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Number 2. Infection. Urinary tract infection is the most common type of infection, and anyone who suffers from it can tell you how bad it is. It can cause a burning sensation while urinating, makes your pee look cloudy or dark, can cause pain in the lower abdomen, and high temperature. So, how to prevent it? Stop holding your pee. Yes, you can get infected by holding your pee. Some scientific studies found that not urinating for a long time can cause bacteria to multiply in the urinary tract, which results in inflammation and infection. So drink enough water and urinate as soon as you feel the urge to flush out the bacteria from your system. Number 3. Incontinence. Incontinence is uncontrolled leaking of urine. Pretty embarrassing, right? Well, if you do not want that to happen to you, stop holding your pee. The pelvic floor muscles are located between the legs and keep all the pelvic organs in place. Holding your urine could damage these pelvic floor muscles, including the urethral sphincter, which is responsible for closing the urethra and preventing urine leakage. If you want to save yourself from such an embarrassing moment, go to the restroom as soon as you feel the urge, plus some exercises can reduce the risk of incontinence by strengthening the pelvic muscles. Medications can also reduce the symptoms of incontinence, but prevention is always better than a cure. Number 4. Stretched bladder. If you have a healthy neurological system, you can postpone going to the bathroom, and your brain can say hold off, and you can tighten your sphincter and avoid urine from coming out. Well, if you are doing it once in a while, it will not be a huge problem, but over time, the signal from your brain to the bladder changes. Your brain starts thinking that your bladder can hold more and more fluid, so your capacity increases. Once you have a stretched out bladder, the muscles in the bladder wall can get weaker over time, and you might notice that you are unable to empty everything that's in the bladder and have to go a lot sooner than you meant to before. And in very extreme cases, you will need to catheterize yourself to empty your bladder. So what do you think? Isn't it better to empty your bladder by urinating on time than the process of catheterization? Number 5. Kidney stones. You must have heard of this painful disease before. Kidney stones are the result of waste products in the blood. They form crystals and develop into stones over time. They are more common if you do not drink sufficient water or hold your pee too often. Minerals like uric acid and calcium oxalate are present in urine, which can crystallize and form stones. Most kidney stones are small enough to be passed painfully in your urine, but for some, you may have to go through surgery. If you have kidney stones, you may feel a persistent ache in your lower back, nausea, pain, and blood in your pee. Number 6. Abdominal pain. Resisting the need to pee can cause abdominal pain. You know that pain and uncomfortable feeling when you need to go, then finally you do and it goes away. Well, holding on for too long can mean that awful pain in your lower abdomen continues. Once the pain signals have triggered in the lower abdomen, the pain may stick around. Your muscles are clenching and are not able to relax even after you pee. It can take some time before the pain subsides, even days. Number 7. Bladder pain syndrome. When you are unable to fully empty your bladder due to the constant habit of holding your pee and stretched bladder, it could lead to a more complicated health problem known as bladder pain syndrome, or interstitial cystitis. All that urine you are leaving behind in the bladder becomes food for bacteria to eat, and that bacteria is just having a buffet because your bladder is never empty, which can lead to overgrowth of bacteria, and the bladder becomes inflamed and irritated. It comes with severe pain in the abdomen, lower back, groin, and urgency to pee more often. Medications or bladder installation can make the situation better, but if it persists, surgery is the last resort. Number 8. Bladder stones. It may sound a little odd, but like kidney stones, you can also get bladder stones. The bladder's job is to store the urine until you pee it out, and once you do that, it should be empty. But due to the habit of constantly holding back the urine, conditions like stretched bladder can occur, and you always end up with urine left in your bladder. Eventually, the minerals in the urine start crystallization and clump together to make stones, known as bladder stones. It can cause pain, interrupted urine flow, pain during urination, and frequent urge to urinate. The issue can be resolved with medications or surgery, depending on the nature and size of the stone. Number 9. Overactive bladder. Holding your pee occasionally due to some genuine reason is okay, but when you make this a habit, muscles of your bladder can get infected. You may develop a condition known as overactive bladder. Some of the symptoms are a sudden urge to urinate that's difficult to control, urinating more frequently, like 8 or more times in a day, and unintentional loss of urine. It can affect your daily life activities and even the quality of your sleep. So keep your bladder healthy by urinating on time and doing exercise to strengthen the muscles. Number 10. Damage to kidney functions. The first order of damage when you hold your pee intentionally or unintentionally is to the bladder. It can overdistend and cause injury to the bladder wall. If that goes long enough, the pressure inside your bladder can get transmitted to the upper tracts of the kidney, which are then damaged as well. Eventually, it can start affecting your kidney function by causing infection or kidney damage. Why not avoid all these complications by making a little effort and going to the bathroom right after you feel the urge? So, the bottom line is, if you need to hold your pee once in a while, that's probably okay. But if you're one of those people who do it all the time, you might want to stop. Start prioritizing your health by taking a little time from your schedules for a normal body function, and that is going to the bathroom. If you like my content, please let me know in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I can't grow this channel without your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Stay healthy!